All right. Hi, welcome. I'm Jessie Burgart, and I'm reading The Art of Focus by Dan Koe, and it's day 40. So let's begin. When we see someone with a respectable body of creative work, we would expect them to work long hours, obsessing into the night about the details of their next piece. Instead, we see the opposite, like Darwin arriving in his study by 8 after his morning walk and breakfast. He would work for an hour and a half, take a break to read the mail and write letters, then return to more serious work where he conducted his experiments. By noon, Darwin would stop his workday and head out on a long walk. After reading and answering a few more letters, he would take a nap, take another walk, and return to his study for another work block. 4 to 5 hours of work paired with active rest seems to be the sweet spot for most impactful creatives. Writers from multiple domains, like Hemingway, Tarantino, and Ogilvy, would spend the majority of their days lounging by the pool, talking to beautiful women and doing everything aside from what they deemed work. They gave room for the creative emergence of ideas that fueled the impact of their work. If they can change culture and business with their methods, why can't corporate workaholics do the same? Rest is important in the age of automation because it demands creativity from those that don't want to live a mechanical and predetermined life. Rest is the driving force behind your mind's creative ability. Humans aren't robots, yet most of our lives are spent in an unconscious repetition of tasks that are graded by time spent rather than results. As technology advances, so does efficiency, and those that choose to be workaholics should do so by their own conscious choice. Some people are happier when they work more on the things they enjoy. But for most people, a balance of meaningful work and ample rest can help prevent life from losing its spark. Much of the time, the two complement each other to the point of enhancing the effects of both. The pride of overwork is for those climbing a status ladder. A balanced, fulfilling lifestyle is for those that do what they want. When forging your own path, productivity is difficult to measure. Instead, we can measure the amount of engagement with our work and the mental energy required to produce valuable creations. You measure this through self-reflection and how difficult a challenge was according to your level of skill. Balance does not mean stuck in the middle. Balance is the dance between extremes, extreme focus and extreme rest. Full engagement with being or doing, locked into reality itself. The paradox of productivity is the less you work, the higher quality your work is. Imagine training in the gym for 8 hours, trying to be as productive as possible. In one day, you would run out of exercises, tax your nervous system into poverty, and may even opt to go on a 5-mile run because your boss expects you to perform and you want to survive the job title you've been given. Now, would you be able to come back and give it your all the next day? How about 5 days in a row? Would you be able to tough it out until you can use your paid vacation time to recover and do it all over again? Your body would be decimated, as would your focus. Instead, we train for 45 to 90 minutes at a time. We push ourselves at the expense of physical or mental energy. We create a routine and schedule it into our day so we can prioritize rest, recovery, and general quality of life. This is a phenomenon that must be directly experienced. I have personally gone through many cycles of losing trust in long work days. When an important task was scheduled outside of work and I forced myself to take rest, the quality of my work the next morning saw a notable increase in quality. When I made it into a habit, my quality of life met the same increase. While corporate culture is handing you a pretty paycheck to incentivize sustained intensity by exploiting your survival, you must push back. Intensity is powerful, but not sustainable. It's not rocket science. Sustainability, consistency, and creativity must be prioritized before even mentioning the word productivity. In this modern world, it is possible to create a daily routine filled with the activities that bring you the most enjoyment. The key word here is create. It will take a few iterations of experimentation, identifying the problems, testing new solutions and systemizing them to best utilize your mental energy. To understand this lifestyle design process, let's start small and practical. This is a process I run through when life gets a bit too messy, like when you're constantly thinking back to a time when life was better, or when your routine succumbed to entropy, fall apart, and all these little tasks pop up that suck up the time you have in a day. Pull out a journal and take note of how you feel. Write down exactly what you're doing on a daily basis, every little detail. Take 10 minutes and get specific on what you do, why you do it, and how you feel in the morning, afternoon, and night. This is important for identifying unconscious parasites, time and energy suckers. From your brain dump, prioritize, remove, and restructure. The reason you aren't making progress is because you feel pressed for time, don't have the energy to get results, or you stop doing the things that got results. Prioritize the things that will get results. Remove the things that snuck their way into your day. Restructure specific tasks and obligations to free up more time. Get the chaotic structure of your mind on paper and reorganize it. Next, create a week-long system. You are in this chaotic state because of psychic entropy, disorder of the mind. The organization of your life tends toward disorder if you don't perform mental housekeeping. You will pick up unconscious habits that may wreak havoc without you noticing. Habits are difficult to break, but you can make the process easier with conscious clarity practice. Write out every single thing you're going to do for the next week. Keep this simple and don't overthink. Just jot it down. This is how you reduce the friction of making better decisions. Plan out your morning routine, focused work routine, other tasks and meetings, and your nightly routine. You will have to experiment as you go. If the routine doesn't flow, go back to your notebook and refine the system. With this mental housekeeping process, you gain as much control as you can over your day. You will unveil aspects that prevent you from filling your routine with enjoyable activities. Treat these as problems in your system that will be solved through focused education, experimentation, and effort. I think that's it. Yes. Okay. Have a great afternoon, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Thank you for being here. Take care.